Welcome to Grand Cayman, the largest of the Cayman Islands, tucked just south of Cuba, right next door to Jamaica. Crystal clear water, wildlife around every corner, and some of the best food you'll find on any island. After grabbing our bags, we picked up our rental and hit the road. Driving on the left side of the road was something we had to warm up to, but honestly it came pretty naturally. We had landed a few hours ahead of check-in at the hotel, so we made our way to two different spots near the hotel. Our first stop was Rum Point. It has this easy, polished beach club feel, the kind of place where you order food, grab a cold drink, and immediately forget what day it is. After our long flight and drive, this is just what we needed. After our delicious lunch, it didn't take long before I had a snorkel on and was in the water. Almost immediately, I came face to face with a giant barracuda. We spooked each other and went our separate ways. Later, under the pier, I saw a small stingray resting on the sand and my barracuda friend again. We still had a bit of time before hotel check-in, so we ended up going to Starfish Point after Rum Point. The first starfish we spotted is not your typical starfish. This is called a brittle starfish. We also came across many of these upside-down jellyfish. Then we saw the starfish that this place is known for. We saw just one more of these starfish and then the search went cold. Sometimes that's just how it goes. We checked into our hotel and went straight to dinner. Started off with pillowy focaccia with oil, cracker sticks with hummus. I got calamari, it came out perfectly crispy. I had red snapper that was really fresh, light. And for dessert, baklava cheesecake. We started our morning on day 2 with a buffet breakfast, and we hung out in the room for a little bit. Next, we made a short drive to the Queen Elizabeth II Botanical Park, one of the only places in the world where you could see the endangered blue iguana in its natural habitat. Just a few steps through the entrance and the atmosphere shifts entirely. Towering trees, dense tropical foliage, decorative fountains tucked in between the paths. It kind of felt removed from all the rest of the island around it. Our first stop was the orchid garden. My favorites were these banana orchids that look just like the fruit. Most of the trees in the area had air plants growing out of the tops of them, and there were a variety of orchids and colors and shapes I had never seen before. From there, we entered the Heritage Garden. It's full of medicinal plants, fruiting trees, and other edible plants. Then the Cactus Garden, dry and sparse, with an iguana planted right in the middle of the path like it owned the place. The trail then opened up into a long jungle walk, a full mile of tropical plants and flowers, leading out to a quiet lily pond halfway through. I've seen most of these plants at the garden centers back home in Maryland, but they didn't look anything as good as they look here. Not entirely sure what was going on here. Either Angela was really soaking in the tropical air, or the heat was catching up with us. Hard to say. We then started down another trail towards the iguana sanctuary. After another mile in the hot Caribbean sun, we were ready to be done walking, but this sanctuary was worth it. The iguanas moved freely between smaller enclosures and the open space around them unbothered. They were completely at home. On the way to lunch, we pulled off the road at a small sign marking the blowholes. Down a short set of steps, the landscape changes. Volcanic rock formations carved by years of wave action. Water rushes in, finds the narrow openings in the stone, and shoots straight up. Thus the name Blowhole. The waves were calmer that day, but on a rough day, the spouts can reach about 20 feet high. Last stop before heading back to the resort, Eagle Rays on the east end. We started off with some more K-brews and some really good vegetable samosas. These are the best fish tacos I've had anywhere. They're actually made with lionfish, which are disruptive to these waters. The local restaurants serve them, and by eating them, you're actually helping. Conservation never tasted this good. Back at the resort, we settled in with cocktails and soaked in some more of that Caribbean sun. Every day at 3:30, the resort feeds the fish off of the dock. The number of fish that showed up is genuinely impressive. Just when that hot Caribbean sun turned into a warm evening glow, I stepped into the water just off the beach. The visibility was pretty good, tropical fish in every direction. Then, without any warning, I was inside a massive school of fish, hundreds of them shifting and darting around me as larger fish cut through from below, trying to pick a few off. I was floating in water, just shallow enough to stand in. I did not expect to see that many fish all at once. That evening, we had the Caribbean buffet, curry goat, jerk chicken, barbecue ribs, and fried plantains. Click on the link in the description if you want to see all the places we've been on my Wanderlog. As always, thanks for watching. Cayman Islands Part 2, snorkeling and beach days ahead.